Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, our Hakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone that still to this very day continue to rule very well. And peace and safety, shalom to the whole elect, as continually giving our diligence in this ministry, teaching the word directly and correctly in the same manner, in all faith, truth, and sincerity. Now, I'm in transit right now. Spirit jumped on me to do a video concerning prophecy, which that's the title, or the title of this video is going to be. It's all about prophecy. And that's true. It is all about prophecy. All right. Because, today, or the Passover, starts this evening. And us here at Great Millstone, we know what the Passover is all about. Unlike IUIC, which seem to deem it as a party, which is not what it's about, man. It's not about partying and laughing and giggling, this and that and the third, because the Passover it's a serious high holy day. All right, that's why the scriptures deem it as a solemn assembly. All right, now concerning the Passover, we us here at Great Millstone, we know that the Passover in history was us coming out of the land of Egypt, and the Lord passed over us, the children of Israel, and smitten all the Egyptians. I believe it's if I'm not mistaken, the firstborn of the Egyptians, smitten all their children. And at that time it was serious. Even afterwards, you had another account of the Passover, which Yahushai, the Lord himself, took part in. He when he was attending that Passover, it was serious too, because it was a serious time, because they knew that the Lord was going to be going away from them pretty soon, going to be delivered up to the Romans to be crucified and to die. And just to add fuel to the fire, all right, just to bring more bad news during that Passover, right? He told them, he said, one of you will betray me. All right, so on top of them knowing that he had to be delivered up to die, he told them that one of them was going to betray him, man. That just completely brought the whole ceremony, or the whole Passover, Passover ceremony, Salakia, just turned into a very, very, very serious time. All right, but this Passover that's coming in the future is going to be the deliverance of Israel, starting with the election, the 144,000, the 1/3, and the destruction of 2/3 of our people. Okay, that's going to be the next coming Passover. Okay, now before I continue on, I want to get the book of Revelations, the 19th chapter, in the 10th verse. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai, who these people inwardly call Jesus." All right. It says, "Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy." All right. So the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. Because what was Yahushai, who these people inwardly call Jesus, what was he doing the whole time that he was walking the earth? He was prophesying. Right? He even prophesied about these times now in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Okay? But that's the spirit that we come in. All right? We come in the spirit as our Lord Yahushua, because the spirit of, or should I say the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. All right? So we're doing the same thing that our Lord Yahushua did back when he was walking the earth. And we also doing the same things that the prophets of the Lord did back during the time of the prophets, such as Isaiah, Jeremiah, all the way to Malachi. And then you have prophets that weren't even named, right, that were there. We're doing the same things that they are. All right. And those same men that were there back in the ancient world, that back today, doing the same thing in their same lot. Okay. Now I want to grab another precept. All right, it's the book of 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter, in the first verse. It says, "Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy." Okay? So saying desire the spiritual gifts, but rather, right, on top of those things, the Lord has to give you that same spirit, all right, the spirit of prophecy, all right, which is a gift. Okay? Because not everyone can be a prophet, man. And even if a person calls himself a Hebrew Israelite, still, it doesn't matter, because the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, has to put a certain spirit on you to be able to break down the scriptures. Okay? Which, once again, you have to have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to be able to do that. All right. Now, I want to get the scripture where it speaks about us. I believe in Jeremiah. I think it's Jeremiah I'm not sure if it's the 30th chapter or not, but I'm going to find out. The 23rd chapter, actually. It's the book of Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter, and the 7th verse. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt," which we made mention of when we conduct the Passover ceremony. All right. But the next coming Passover, which I'm going to read on, it says, "But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all the countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land." All right. So out of the north country, which that north country, it's talking about North America and the countries where the Lord has driven us, right? Because we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and that was the curse that was put upon us because we transgressed the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's why we were scattered. All right. So the ones that are here in America, which the bulk of Israel is here in America, man. All right. And then you have the other Israelites that are in other parts of the world. All right. They're going to be delivered too. All right. So moving on from there. Let's see. I also want to make another mention. I want to grab the book of Isaiah. That's like kind of multitasking. See, go back. All right, this is Isaiah, the 38th chapter, it's like a 34th chapter, in the 16th verse. It says, seek ye out of the book of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and read. All right, we're talking about the Bible, man. Okay. In which this book that I'm reading out of right now, and what we read out of, it tells of things that happened in the past, historical events, things that are now going on, like the Lord prophesied about in Matthew the 24th chapter, speaking of wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. All right, and it's also speaking about future events as well, man. All right, because just to throw out a quick fact, the fact of us going into slavery, that's more than enough proof. I mean, that's more evidence that this book is living. But one of them that is well known is us going into slavery during the transatlantic slave trade. That was prophesied in the Bible, in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter and the 68th verse. And mind you, the Bible was the King James, the King James Bible, the first published King James Bible was published in 1611. All right. So with this book, this is the most powerful book on the planet Earth. All right. And also too, this is instruction from Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, because this book and the whole entirety of the book is known as the Book of the Law. Okay, now I want to see if I can get that in the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter and the first verse. Slovakia. Baruch, the 4th chapter, the first verse, it says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." All right, so right here it says this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, man. And even you go to the book of Joshua, the 1st chapter in the 8th verse, if I'm not mistaken, it says the same thing, that this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. All right. So this whole book is a book of commandments, right? In which I read earlier about prophesying, right? Which that's a commandment. A commandment, for us, the men of the Lord, to do. All right, prophesy. Okay, it said, like I read earlier in the book of 1 Corinthians, it says, desire spiritual gifts, but rather desire prophecy. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so once again, that just goes to show you that it's all about prophecy. Okay? So, with that pretty much wraps it up. I didn't want to make the video too long. Lord willing, you members of the Hope Elect were edified by this video. And we're almost out of here, man. Lord will, this will be the last year that we have to put up with this kingdom that we're in, that the Lord deliver us from the hands of our enemies, and bring us back into righteousness. So with that, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, Rahah Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well. And Shalom, peace and safety. Salutations to the Hope Elect that's still holding fast to the faith. Holding fast to what you have. All right, so that in that day